What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy. Just figured I'd make another video on reparations, man. And really speak on, the non-believers. Speaking on the non-believers, man. The people who laugh at reparations, man. Laugh at it. Don't really believe in it. They make fun of it. They don't really think it's something that's possible. They look at Black Americans who are pushing for reparations this election season, and they just think it's a joke, man. You know what I'm saying? They think there's some people that believe that this is something that we're begging for. Or you begging a white man, or you begging the government. You begging the government for money, or pull yourself up by the bootstraps. That typical saying. And it just goes to show, man, what type of people we got around us. It goes to show what type of people that we have around us, man, when it comes to, getting our just due. We got people that's doubters, especially when it comes to white America, because they're not really asking for anything. And I feel like, even with white America, they need to be asking for something as well, especially with all the things that's what's going on in their community, how their children are being feminized, and, their people is being overrun with fentanyl, trank, all these type of drugs that's just going through the white community, just rampantly, and it's a shame, man. It's a shame that they're not even demanding anything from the government that's actually doing them wrong. But you got people, who built this country, who see all the wrong in the country, who's been making noise about all the wrong in the country for a very, very, very long time. And it's like people just turn a blind eye to it, and they hit you with a typical saying, pull yourself up by the bootstrap. And even when you look at that type of mentality, that pull yourself up by the bootstrap type mentality, in a system like this, it really goes to show that how much of a slave a lot of people are. It goes to show how a lot of people are, a lot of mind control going on, a lot of indoctrination going on. They see the problems, but it's just like they just go past it, like it's really no big deal. So, and it's a very deep thing, man. And I guess in a way it's like shattering the spirit of the people, in a way, like shattering the people's will. There's a saying that somebody had told me while I was on Twitter, and this lady said that black people, that we don't have the money. We have the will, but we don't have the money. And white people have the money, but don't have the will. And that's a crazy dynamic. And I had this, that really hit me, because that's a fact. That's 100% fact. white people do have the funds to really change things in society. And I can say that they have the funds because they gave Donald Trump like what $200 million or something like that in the span of like under a week or something like that. So it's not like white America has the funds, to really change things, But you look at Black America, and our money is not really like that. We have certain people in the community that have money, the celebrities and all this other type of stuff, but the Black community is so fractured and so divided. We can't really make our minds up on what we want to do. Let's say a celebrity reaches their hands down to the rest of the black people. There's always going to be somebody, in the crowd that's, not going to like what he does, or, got something slick to say. And it's extremely frustrating, how divided and fractured the Black community is, man. Nobody can never really get on one accord. Nobody can never really, decide on an idea and then really just stick to that idea and follow through with it type shit. You know what I'm saying? So Twitter really opens my eyes to that, to be honest with you. Twitter definitely opened my eyes to, and don't get me wrong, Twitter is not the representation of all black people, but Twitter is definitely, interesting, because you can just see how if black people were to meet up in groups, you can just see how feminine, the black community is. Especially these people that be on this app, talking all this black stuff on this app, on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I just left from a space on Twitter, and I seen these two. I was listening to these two black people go back and forth on Twitter, and it just sounded messy, It sounded just messy, man. Like some very feminine, where's the tea type mentality, like tea type mentality. You know what I'm saying? It just just two men in a space going back and forth, saying a whole lot of nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, man, when it comes to Twitter, man, it's really getting old already for me. Like, it's really getting old, man. You know what I'm saying? It's getting old, listening to these people, talk about the same shit, talk about planning. They be on there talking about planning, oh, we should do this, we should do that. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that ain't nobody gonna follow through with that shit. Ain't nobody gonna follow through with the fuck these people saying on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It's just talk, So we need instead of just the internet is a perfect tool to mobilize and everything, but man, knowing the type of people that I'm dealing with, man, when it comes to black people, man, it's best to just use the internet as to push a voice or something, not really mobilizing, because we can see that that's not really a thing. You know what I'm saying? We can talk that we're going to mobilize, and I do have an idea to where we can actually mobilize for real, but there's not going to be anybody that's really going to do it, man. I laid my ideal out on Twitter with a room full of other people, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. I tried to lay my idea out when I spoke to Tariq, but he ended up hanging up. He ended up, hanging up on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. Every time when you try and lay an ideal out to try and make something move or make some type of next step, you know, it's really, you really just speaking to a void, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm really starting to notice. And yeah, man. And go back to the main subject, what I'm talking about, reparations and the non-believers, man. These non-believers are within the black community as well. Black people don't really believe that we can get reparations. That's why you don't really see a lot of people, really push for it. I be trying to tell people on these different platforms, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Let's push for reparations, man. You know what I'm saying? Using your own phone. You know what I'm saying? But they're so stuck on the immigrant situation that they're not really focused on reparations. You know what I'm saying? Because they see their number one problem is immigrants, especially on Twitter. Especially for Twitter, man. They definitely see immigrants as the main situation. And let's talk about that. These people see immigrants as the main problem. And their main way to combat immigrants is to go online and just bash immigrants and have a dick measuring contest with immigrants. In a nutshell, that's what it is. Like they just want to like argue with immigrants and tell them stop cosplaying as us and stop doing this and stop doing that and oh, you a tether and this and that and that and this. And that's their war. That's their fight. That's their war. And they really think they're doing something with that. Arguing back and forth with an immigrant on the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's probably 100 miles or 1,000 miles away from them. Just talking on the phone. And then once, we all leave the space, everybody's going back to their lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny, man, how these people on Twitter, man, they really think arguing with immigrants, man, and cussing out immigrants and saying this and saying that. And I just be watching, man. You know what I'm saying? I just be watching, listening. Sometimes I play into it, man, because I know it's bullshit. So it's bullshit, bro. And I be telling them that, and there'll be people that'll turn against me. Like, bro, this shit is pointless, bro. This shit is pointless. Why are you? You want to argue and have a dick measuring contest with an African. How is that going to get us a reparations, man? How is that going to get us reparations? That's not going to get us reparations, bro. You know what I'm saying? All this immigrant bashing and shit like that. Like if an immigrant does something to you or says something to you on Twitter, says some disrespectful shit to you on Twitter, that's you just bitching at them. How is that gonna help, man? You know what I'm saying? How is that gonna help? My fucking phone is overheating, bro. What type of fucking phone is this, bro? But yeah, man, it's just funny, man. And maybe because they themselves don't believe they themselves don't believe that we can get reparations. That's why they believe that they're actually doing something by just arguing with an immigrant all day. Instead of just pushing for reparations, they just want to argue with immigrants, man. And I just got tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I just got tired of it. I just got tired of listening to it. You know, all they do is talk about freedmen, freedmen, freedmen. You know, it's just a constant circle of buffoonery on Twitter, man, when it comes to black people, man. You know? And I'm already tired of it, like I said, man. You know, I'm really, you know, really just using Twitter as like something just to gather information, man. Just to stay up to date on what's going on in society. I'm not really using it to really try and push the line, not no more. You know? So I'm gonna really start just, you know, starting to stick on YouTube, man, and stay with YouTube. But yeah, man, it's just funny how things go, man, when it comes to trying to get black people to really push for it, because, you know, they're non-believers, man, deep down inside. You know what I'm saying? They can talk all that shit, but they're not really gonna pick up their own phone and really say something about it and really speak up for their own family. They say, "Oh well, that's just your part," or what they say? That's just well, maybe that's just your job. Maybe that's just your job. What you mean that's just my job? What you mean? What you mean? You owe reparations too, right? Ain't you supposed to be FBA and all that? So how is it just my job? It's your job too to push, right? That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? How is it just my job? You know, people be saying stupid shit on Twitter, man. People be saying stupid shit, you know. So it goes back to what I said in my last video, man. Maybe because in the Bible it said that God will send a strong delusion so that people will believe a lie. And to be honest with you, I think maybe, possibly, that maybe fate is already set in stone. Maybe destruction is already set in stone. You know, maybe we not supposed to get out of this situation. Maybe a destruction, some type of destruction is supposed to come upon this earth. We're supposed to stay in this low way, this low type way, or white, or you know, the people who control the planet, you know, stays in a low way, and you know, that they're not supposed to change. They're not supposed to change their ways. They're not supposed to give us I mean, they're going to give us what we deserve, but you know, maybe it's like a 2-for-1 thing. Like, you get destroyed, and in the midst of you getting destroyed, you give us reparations. Because maybe that's the only way you think that's going to save you. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming when it comes to that. I don't really know. But yeah, man, the non-believers, man. You know, we got people who mock us, all different type of other races, man. They don't really take us serious. They never take Black America serious, man, when it comes to what we want to do. Shit, black people don't even take themselves serious. You know? But, you know, all we can do, man, is try is follow through and try to demand for what we want. And we can't be out here, you know, half stepping, man. You know, so this is another push for reparations, man. You know, to demand what we want in this election, upcoming election. You know, I would like to get reparations within this generation. You know, so that our kids won't have to ask for it. But we'll see. We'll see, definitely, because there's a lot of things going on. There's war. Immigrants flooding the country. So you can definitely tell this is controlled too, because only white Hispanics is coming through. It's not like a wide variety of people flooding the country. It's a specific type of tone of people coming through. So this is definitely controlled. This definitely is controlled. You know, yeah, it's controlled. So we gonna see what's going on, man. With this election. You know, just black people got to take themselves serious, man, and believe, man, and stop being non-believers, man. That's one thing that in the Bible it tells us to do is before we do anything, before we make any type of first step of anything, it tells us to believe first. Believe that you can do, believe. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So how are we supposed to get what we're supposed to get when we don't even believe in ourselves to even ask for this shit? You know? So yeah, man, reparations, man, for Black America, man, 2024 election. Cut the check, man. You know, we're not even asking for this shit at this point, man. We're demanding this shit. We're definitely, turning it up a little bit, man. Cause how you did them people out there in Tulsa, man, was very disrespectful. You ain't paying them people nothing. So it definitely tells the type of mentality that you have. It definitely tells and shows that your heart has been hardened. Your heart is being hardened, man. And I just want to thank God, man. I just want to thank God, man, for everything that He's done in my life, man. And I'm definitely, trying to turn to live a upright life, man. Because this world is just getting more wicked and wicked. And as this world gets more wicked and wicked, man, I just have to open my eyes and see the shit and turn away, from my own personal sins, and live an upright life, man. To try to live an upright life the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna speak up for reparations, man. For the rest of this year, for the rest of this election, man, I'm gonna try and push the line as best way I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a major platform or nothing like that, but my voice is definitely something, man. Because we don't have enough people out here even, we don't have enough people out here saying enough. To where this system takes us serious. But I'm gonna just do my part, and I'm gonna push the line for reparations, man, for Black America, for the slavery and the injustice that y'all have done. Cut the check, man. Cut the check, and cut the check, man, or else, man. You know what I'm saying? Or else your country's gonna be destroyed, man. White people are destroying themselves, man, because the hate in their heart is so deep. It's so deep within their soul. It's gonna wind up, making them self-destruct. Is what it's looking like. So all I can do is just do my part, man, and keep and hopefully white America will see this video and open your eyes, man. No, it's not about all these extra people, man. I noticed one thing with white people wanted, they say, "Oh, I want justice for all people. I want justice for all people." No. You didn't get to where you got by enslaving, all people, man. You didn't enslave. I mean, in some cases you did enslave. Let me see. Let me think about what I'm about to say. You definitely enslaved the Native Americans, And the Native Americans did take part in slavery themselves. You know, you've got to where you've gotten by enslaving my family. You've got to where you've gotten by enslaving, you know, the ones you took from Africa, which is my family, you know? So you need to do what's right by those people first before you think about somebody else. And that's just a reality of the fact. You know, you can't be out here trying to save everybody, man. Save the people who you've originally harmed. You know? It's funny how you can give the Native Americans something, but you don't give us nothing, man. When we was right here with the Native Americans, man. But you want to give them something, but give black people nothing. Absolutely nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's funny, man. It's just funny how that goes. You know? Bless the real people of God, man. Bless the real children of God, man. Not them fake Jews over there overseas, man. You know what I'm saying? Bless the real people. Bless God's true people, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? Bless us and you'll be blessed. You've been giving money to Israel all this time, and look at the world. You say you believe in the Bible, right? And you believe this and that, right? You want to give millions and millions of dollars to them people over there. But they said if you bless God's people, then you'll be blessed, right? Why are you giving all this money to them people over there, and you look at the world, it's super fucked up. Super duper fucked up. But you're not trying to give a dime to the ones that actually deserve it, man. You're not trying to give a dime to the people who actually suffered. You know? Them people over there are white just like you. They're not no Jew or whatever. Them people come from Germany and France and all that other type shit. That's where their bloodline come from, in Russia and all that. You know, you white folks, bro, y'all can try to separate yourself all you want. Y'all are one and the same. And that's just a reality. You know what I'm saying? One and the same, man. So reparations, man, for Black America, man, is the only thing that matters, man. Nothing else. Reparations for the harms that you've done to my family matters. Nothing else. It's not about the Hispanics. It's not about the Ukraine. It's not about them so-called Jews over there in Israel. It's not about the Palestinians. It might be about the black Palestinians maybe, but not them Arabs. Let me correct myself, because those are not Palestinians. Those are Arabs that invaded that area and took it from the real Palestinians. So it's not about them. It's not about them Arabs over there that you're speaking up for. It's about Black America, man, the ones you've harmed and the ones you turn a blind eye to. Those are the people who really deserve recompense, man. And we gonna get our reparations. I know we gonna get our reparations. This is not something that I think. This is something that I know. You know? So I'm gonna just keep toting the line, man, if nobody else gonna do it. That's all I gotta say, man. Peace out.